The Magic Circle is a space created through playing games where players diverge from their current reality and become enthralled with the reality and new rules of the game world. It creates a space where it's safe and okay to do certain things, good or bad, like killing people or flying down a rainbow racetrack with all your best buds. It requires several things from the player in order for them to be immersed in the circle. Firstly, it requires voluntary participation. The player has to want to be in the story or game world, not just joining for a daily chest or something like that. It also requires for reality to be temporarily suspended and for rules to be established. These new rules and consequences in the game allow for a player to be separated from their current reality. For example, a guy that gets off a long shift in the city might then get home and play GTA, where it's still set in the city, but the legal and societal laws are very different. Like when he's driving home from work, he must obey our traffic laws. However, the second he logs onto the game, those rules change and he can now drive however he wants. Even though that there are rules and laws in the game, they are much easier to maneuver and get by without consequence, or lesser consequences than in real life. Finally, there are new special meanings to actions in games. Using the same example of driving in GTA or other games where driving is a main factor, it is common to get achievements while doing things that one could or would never do in real life, like jumping mountains or winning a super high-speed chase. One game that really got me into the Magic Circle was both Zelda Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. These RPG games allow for a player to take on a new skin and personality in a sense and play as Link, a warrior who is saving the kingdom and princess and being an overall cool dude. Like with most RPG games, there's a choice in how you can complete the game. You can either play the story straight through and save the princess as fast as possible, or take advantage of the large map and roam around and fight bad guys and go on side missions, which is how I chose to play. This player choice adds to the new reality of the game. You can choose how you play and how long you spend on the game. However, the Magic Circle can also be challenged when games don't fit into the flow of a player and their abilities. Games are enjoyable to players when they fall into a rhythm of experiences that are both challenging and completable. For example, in Breath of the Wild, I enjoyed it enough to buy the DLC, unlocking new missions and new possible achievements. One such achievement was to complete 3 shrines, essentially puzzles, to unlock a motorcycle. At this point, I had played the game all the way through and gone back to complete this challenge. I did 2 out of 3 of these shrines, and by the time I got to the last one, the puzzle was so difficult and it felt impossible. After failing to complete it what felt like 100 times, I fell out of the flow and therefore the Magic Circle, and I haven't picked up that game since. So it definitely has a give and take of being able to enhance the game, or when you fall out of it, that's when it's no longer endurable and no longer fun to play. The Magic Circle is a space of enhanced play where players are completely immersed in what they're doing and they're separate from their current reality.